Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Debz Cooper, Global Stressologist, here today to talk about top tips to resolving internal mind clutter, chatter, whatever you want to call it, chaos. So thank you for joining me, Debz Cooper, Global Stressologist. I would love to know if you're here live or if you are here where you are around the world. That would be super awesome for me. So thank you. We have an amazingly great topic today. If you've never watched my Facebook Lives, my videos, I need to check this and check this and check this. So just bear with me, people, as I check everything. Oh, we love this. Internal mind clutter. Absolutely. There's mine right now. So first I would love to say about the internal mind chatter is everyone has it. And when I say everyone has it, everyone has it. There is no person in this world who does not have internal mind chatter. So when you understand that, that must be a relief in your mind, clearly. It can be uplifting, or it can be a drab mind chatter. And so when I talk about a drab mind chatter, it can lift us up or it can take us down. It depends on where you are emotionally in your world. So it's like when you're in a mood and others say, come on, life isn't so bad. You've been through all this before. You know those words, because I even say it. When I say it, I believe it, and I don't just say it to make you feel better. I truly believe it, and I mean it. And when I talk about you don't hear them, you hear them, but you don't hear them deep into your soul. So your mind can hear all sorts, but it's about your soul hearing. And your soul will always tell you the truth, and your mind can do flip-flops, as we know. So how do you fix that is actually the question. How do you fix that that goes on within your mind? You have to believe. Oh, that sounded very different, didn't it? You have to believe. You have to believe. You have to believe in what you're saying to yourself. Clearly the mind up, not the mind down. You have to trust. You must trust that what you're saying to yourself is the truth. I'm obviously going to give you some more tips. You must have certainty to know that you can deal with anything that gets put your way. And even as I'm saying this right now, I would love to know what your mind chat is saying, like, yeah, oh shit, yep, heard it all before, whatever. I can hear you. I can hear you. Because when I was putting these, the topic together, I was thinking about it myself, my own internal mind chat it was going. Because clearly, you know how I said everyone has it? Everyone has it. And I'm going to explain a scenario that happened to me recently. So you must have certainty that you can deal with this, get through this. And that's part of the belief and the trust. And more importantly, you must change your mindset so it connects with your soul. If you're not going to change your mindset and it connects with your soul, that mind chatter is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until it escalates you to a crazy level, an absolutely crazy level that possibly you never want to go to again, because it's that controls everything around you. So when I say those things, you may go, oh, it sounds so hard, it's a challenge, it's so hard to even think about anything, I'd just rather have my internal mind chatter just carry on. Well, I'm going to call BS on that. And it's not a BS belief system BS. It's actually, the BS I'm talking about. Because If you think that's a challenge, doing any work, flicking, believing, trusting, having certainty, linking your mind to your soul, if you believe that is a challenge, look at what's going on around you right now while you have that internal mind chatter. Look at the craziness you're having to deal with, whether you're keeping it zipped up or whether you're sharing it to people. You might be losing friends. You might be having people who give you an opinion. You're not liking their opinion. People are getting forceful. You may have physical symptoms come into play. There is a lot going on. You might have ulcers in your mouth. Like, I'm serious. If you just continue to stay with that internal mind chatter, and it's a crazy mind chatter, you are going to have big life experiences that are going to come in and kahuna you. That's already taking up time, energy, money, resources in your own brain, filling yourself up with weeds in your head instead of planting flowers. You know what I'm talking about. So, if you stay in your internal mind chatter, you're going to go down further if you decide to stay and stick to it. But if you actually decide to do something about it, I guarantee it's not going to be as challenging as what you think. Because often we go, oh, that's so hard, I won't do that, I put it off, and then it takes 3 minutes to do, and you're like, why did I take so long to do it? What took me so long to get this here? So know that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Yep, hands up. I know that stuff because I deal with it myself. Anyway, so your internal mind chatter can be anything that comes in. So it could be in business. So if I went to business scenario, could be in business. Could be comparing yourself to others in the team, other groups that you work part of, other departments in your area. Could be anything. Why did I employ that person? Why didn't I employ that person? Why am I doing everything? Why am I not delegating? Blah, 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 blah. In fact, comparing to others is actually a really great one because that's everywhere in life, not just business. So if we looked at our business, if we looked at finances, that internal mind chatter could be like, add yours in. Let me know what ones you've got going on here. So your internal mind chatter in finances could also be comparing yourself to others, but it could be beating yourself up to the decisions you've made and making right now. If I bought a house then, I wouldn't be in this situation. If I got out of my broker earlier, I could have saved some money, blah, 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 blah. You know those ones. Your physical. If we go to your physical could be, I'm not strong enough to run that marathon, or I'm not strong enough to do this, or I'm beating myself up because I didn't go for a run yesterday and I should have gone for a run, blah, 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 blah. Now, I go blah, 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 because I really want you to get the whole gist of it's just mind chatter. It's just mind chatter. So, they're actually all fears I've discovered when I was thinking about those, comparing yourself to others. I'm not going to be strong enough. I'm not going to be mentally enough. Someone's going to compare. Someone's going to judge me, blah, 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 blah. So all these things can come into play. So you know what I'm already talking about. You're already dealing with this already. So if we were to, just put that little note there in case I forget. Oh, hi, Joy. Yay! I know where you're from. Welcome. That's so cool to have you on here. Thank you. And hi, Vicky. Yay! Thank you. So going back to this, the question is to get yourself, have some resolution to this internal mind chatter. The question is this the truth, real, or made up? There's two questions. Is it the truth, real, or made up? And did it come from you or did it come from others? They're pretty much how to help you here. So if it's the truth, it means you've experienced it before. Or you've seen it happen to somebody else before and you may have heard their story. So that is a little bit of made up because it's someone else's story, not your own. So did it come from you or others? So it came from someone else. So if we were to look at the truth and you've experienced it before, go to when did it happen? Get your pen and paper out, sit down and go, when did it happen? When did this happen? So it might have happened 5 years ago and I was at work and this is what happened to me. When did it happen? Now, the next two questions you may love to do or you may not love to do, but these are the two that will get you through this. The question number one out of this is when you've experienced it before and you've got it and you found the truth, how did it serve you? How was that of value to you? How did that benefit you? How did that uplift your world? How did that enhance your world? That's the same question, just asked differently. How did that scenario that you've experienced before serve you? How did it serve you? The other link that goes with that is how did it serve others? Those others who saw you, witnessed you, watched you. How did it serve those? How did it benefit those? How did it uplift their world? How did it bring insights into their world, enhance their world? So how did it serve them? I'm going to give you an example in a minute just to show you how this can work. So the question is, if it's the truth, when was it? How did it serve you? And then how did it serve others? That's all you're going to ask yourself, if it's the truth. Okay, so if it's the truth, so recently somebody said something to me. Recently someone said something to me and they said to me, you're putting on weight. You're putting on weight, you better watch your health and people will judge you for what you do because you're going to be seen as a fraud in your organization because you are putting on weight. Now, I'm sure people have said that to you before. If they haven't, yay for you or yay not for you. Maybe they're just keeping quiet. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. So, you're putting on weight, you better watch yourself, you better watch your health, you better watch those people around you, people are going to judge you, blah, 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 blah. And so I went, wow, is this the truth or is this made up? And I went, oh, yes, it is the truth. The moment I went, is it truth? Is it made up? I took it away from being personal. I took it away from what they were saying. Is it true or is it not? Yeah, it is true. Yeah, I have put on weight. Yeah. And the moment I went, yes, I then went, wow, all that power that they had that got thrown at me, they may not have known they were throwing it at me. All that power they had, I just went, oh yeah, done. No emotion then. I went, wow, this is really interesting. Took that sting, took that pain away. At that moment, I went, when? When was it? So the past year, more so in the last 6 months. So I went, when was it? Absolutely. And then I went, how does it serve me? And you're like, oh, how does this serve you? So I heard what they said. I recognized it was something that I could take the sting, because when they threw that ball at me and it hit me fair smack in the face, there was a sting. But I realized how quick I could turn that around by taking the sting away, by ultimately catching the ball and going, yeah, that's truth. Yep, done. I found since then, since putting on a little bit of weight, or out of shape, or whatever you want to call it, I found three amazing designers who I absolutely adore. I love their clothes. They're fabulous. And Friday Flamingo, I'll give you a shout out. You're definitely one. So I found some three amazing designers that I absolutely adore. I pick and choose what I eat when I eat it. I have control over my world, whatever I want to do. If I want to have dinner at breakfast, I'll have dinner at breakfast. I'll look at whatever, but I won't have to bind myself to a conformity, as they call it. So I don't structure my world around what others say. I also have discovered I have more certainty who I am and what I believe in. I have more certainty because of that, of what was said to me, and who I am as a person. There's clearly a lot more, and if you'd like me to carry on, I'm happy to list them in the comments for you for these. But then I went, how does this serve others? How does it serve that person who came to me and said that to me? And that's where I started getting emotional. And I realized the true gratitude that I could have, that this person could say that to me with an openness and a heartfelt feeling to tell me, I'm concerned about you. Now, isn't that beautiful that people can share that? And they delivered it that way. Well, that's the way I took it. They delivered it that way. They valued me enough to give me their opinion. And I think that's really incredible. So they may potentially look at themselves. They've got glass houses, haven't we all? Whatever. If they have ideas, they can share them with me from a heartfelt space, the same way they have with me. And this is really beautiful to think that they weren't judging me. They were honestly just thinking about my health and well-being, and they were concerned about me. Can you see how this has just taken the whole sting away from this? We don't have to sit in that stingy moment. You can change that at any time. You can change that internal mind clutter. Now, that's the truth. If they had said that to me and I'd found it was made up, it wasn't truth, whatever, I would have laughed it off and moved on. But because it was the truth, I went through that process. So if it wasn't the truth, I would have just gone, whatever, carried on, taken that whatever they thought of. So life is exactly that. Life is about living and laughing and being fulfilled in everything you do. Don't let shame or guilt destroy you. Don't let other people's words stick to you. This is your life. You run it how you want. Fulfill your world how you desire it to be. If those people aren't on your train or aren't on your journey, that's okay, let them go. And I'm also talking about family here. You don't have to have family around if you don't want the family around, if they don't serve you in your world. You can put them into a little category. It's okay. When you wake up in the morning, wake up with gratitude. It's an amazing opportunity to wake up to. When you go to bed at night, go to bed with gratitude. We have an amazing, phenomenal world out here around us for what is going on. It is up to you how you play it if you want to play that amazing, magical world. So I'd love to thank you for being with me today, talking about top tips to resolving your mind chatter. If you would like further tips, drop me a message and I can talk to you. If you'd like anything in particular you would like me to talk about, drop me a private message or bang it in here. I would like to thank you very much for coming. Today is a magical day. And just so you know, I'm making a pavlova and Afghans today because I haven't had breakfast and I think that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. So take that. Have an amazing day, everybody. Have a magical week. Fabulous. See you next time. Bye. Oh, hi, Britt. Bye.